Stories! Hello everyone, this is Beldomsey. Today, I will be playing the Moon Sliver. This is a indie horror game by David Strudelbottom? Something like that. And so, let's get started. Game by David Szymanski. Wads. Oh, the Wads. It's usually Wazd. Is that a car? Aha. Oh, Ellie was a sullen and beautiful girl, the youngest of all of them, with a mind unfit for lofty thoughts. She had once come in here to see if there was any old firewood. Otherwise, she stayed in her cluttered house, where it was warm and familiar. Yep, I'd say it's pretty cluttered. Whoop. What's that? A wooden wrench? They did some textures wrong there, but whatever. Okay. Left mouse button, interact, examine. Got it. Nope. How do I... Okay. How do I get rid of the tutorial? There we go. Nope. Maybe. Consider flash with battery. Charge it at power outlets. Explore freely. Place the story together. Piece of story together. Interesting. I can't read the name. I can't read the name because the recording letters, numbers are right on the name. Whatever. Loved Issa, and he loved Daniel and Ellie. But when his mind wasn't turned toward their well-being, it was filled with thoughts of bleak hopelessness. Sometimes he would rifle through the barrel. The promise of undiscovered trinkets raised his spirits, if only temporarily. Interesting. That's not weird. Nope, not at all. Something was the oldest, and if not the wisest, certainly the most learned. She remembered when Josiah still lived, and she would sit on this crate and listen to his stories. Those memories, like so many others, were bittersweet. Okay, the feels are already coming on. Not really, actually. Are these potatoes? Daniel was a quiet man who spent his life lost in the books of old or lost in his own thoughts. He wondered where the barrels had come from and who had put them there. Is that all? That includes all these barrels? Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, those are not potatoes. Open door. Yesterday, 4 people lived on this island. Now only 1 remains. That would be me. Unless I am a potato. Or some other being. Ooh, hey, a shack. Let's go run into the shack. Yep, this looks perfectly safe and not shady at all. Ooh, hey. What is this? Oh, is that like the power outlet to charge up my batteries? Because I'm a robot. Okay, it's locked. They reached the ruins and strolled leisurely through them toward the shoreline. Issa could remember when the old building still stood here, filled with families. Whoa, something old, Issa, said Abel, and we're getting older. We've been getting older since we were born, said Issa. She was always smiling. Abel never smiled. Oh, Abel. Smiling is the key to happiness. Okay, there's nothing of importance here, it would appear. No. Oh, wait. These conversations were not new. Long ago, Issa had learned to love Abel despite and for his despondency. What? Despite and for his despondency. That's worded weird. She hugged him as the wind tossed her long gray hair around. Interesting. Why does... Okay, the lighting gets darker whenever I stare at rocks. A strange acidic smell emanated from the pipe. Radiation. Issa kept a smile on her face, although she did not feel like smiling. Oh, okay. That was sort of creepy. She sat down beside the flashlight. What about Ellie? Has Ellie mentioned anything to you? She said. She didn't take it either, he said. Nor did I, and nor did Abel, she said. And yet it's gone. What? Take what? The flashlight? No. Gotta love that electricity. Daniel, you're the last one I gave the key to, said Issa. Daniel stared at the mysterious control panels. He didn't meet her eyes. He never met anyone's eyes. I didn't take it, he said. Why would I take it? I'm the one that told you it was missing. Weird. Ooh, hey, another bucket. The rusted junk cast shadows on the opposite wall. How do you know, Abel? Oh, how do you know Abel didn't take it? He said. Because I trust him, she said. He's a dismal man, but he would never hurt any of us. Do you trust Ellie? Daniel didn't answer her immediately. I trust all of you, he said, because that's how we have to live. So I am looking for a key? Apparently there's nothing in this room because I don't see anything, so goodbye. Hey, look, another shack. All these shacks. I'm saying that she knows more than she's telling us, said Ellie. The wood was older than anyone could remember and had rotten and fused with the floor. Ew. Ooh, no more buckets. See, she keeps the chapel locked and she's the only one with the key, said Ellie, leaning on the barrels and folding her arms. So you're saying she took it? He said. Ellie, why'd you take the key? The problem is that she's a liar, said Ellie angrily, fiddling with the knobs on this machine as she paced around, and that I have to keep explaining this to you over and over again. You don't know her like I know her. Exactly. You're not an impartial judge, he said. That is your problem with Issa? Daniel said, putting his book down. He was annoyed at being interrupted here. So far, not scary? Then again, psychological horror games aren't exactly the scariest, are they? This jumping is like, just barely jumping. It's more like stepping on your tippy toes. That makes sense. Going on your tippy toes, whatever. The mysterious liquid had drained from the tank and into the water long ago. Oh boy, pollution. Love it. Trees. This place was a forest once. What? Oh, the skeletons were all that remained. Skeletons of the trees. Issa could remember the glorious living trees, barely. A swamp? Something tangled of trees and foliage, free to run wild and uncut. Sorry that I can't read the first few or first words of these sentences. It's being blocked. Come back when night falls. Okay. When's that gonna happen? The night was wild and cold. There were no spiderwebs in skeletal mines. Lots of the spiders died years ago. Did night just happen? Because that was fast. The monstrous tracks leading from the hatch were brand new, but the wind quickly erased them. I didn't see any monstrous hatch. Tracks. Ooh, nothing over here. I've already been there. That's where I started. So then... Ooh, smoke. Means someone's been here before. Ah. Let's see, is that the key? Oh, I found the key. Yeah, buddy. Ooh. I remember when the moon still shined, when each night was bathed in warm silver, and the shadows were mysterious and friendly, and the island was a place of joy. That was many years ago. Since it disappeared, this place has become cold and stark, plagued by an inexplicable sense of loss and despondency. Daniel and Ellie are young. They do not feel it. They don't remember what the world used to be like. But Abel and I do, and we are both filled with longing for intangible joys that it can no longer provide. For years, friends that do not exist. For feelings that cannot be reasonably felt. When I was younger, I smiled because I felt like smiling. Now that smile is a disguise. So Abel and... Oh, Daniel and Ellie are young. Interesting. What am I? What is this? Oh. I believe the word of Hector and the religious teachings that were passed to me. Maybe the moon is still out there, hidden behind some cloud of darkness, and maybe the ones who went before us are waiting there. Excuse me. There's no way to know. We have to wait for death to find out. And truth be told, I am ready. I am ready for the beginning of a new adventure. Another key. Love keys. Love them. Okay. Issa didn't know what the subject was, but she remembered her father tinkering with it in his workshop when she was a girl. The workshop and the adjoining home were now far underwater. Okay, that was the underwater places. She was not a young woman, but even now, seeing it brought her comfort. Abel came in. How do I get into storage? He asked. She shut and locked the box. I told you before, she said. I forgot, he said. I don't go there often. Press the first 3 until they click. Leave the 4th alone, she said. Okay. That was a little door in the ground. She took the knife from the shelf. The blade was dull and rusty, but it is still pointed. She was not smiling. I didn't see a knife. I just clicked a book. Oh well. I guess I'll explore these homes first before I go and click those first 3 buttons and not the 4th one. Abel often visited Daniel. He loved to talk, and Daniel loved to listen. Issa and I were out for a walk, said Abel as he entered. I thought I'd stop by before you got caught up in a book. Daniel put his book down. Hello, he said. His expression confused Abel. Dion took down the dead flashlight and replaced it with a fully charged one, listening to Abel talk and thinking unrelated thoughts. He preferred the sharp illumination of flashlights to the dimness of flame. Interesting way to use flashlights. Daniel stared at the pile of wood. He hadn't burned wood for months. Let's talk about Ellie instead. Abel was silent for a moment. What about Ellie? She said. Daniel didn't need to answer. Abel swallowed. Alright, let's talk about Ellie. So, okay. I've been thinking about life, said Abel. Sitting to what? Sitting down, and death, and uncertainty. Interesting. Could I, like, take that flashlight, maybe? Because mine apparently doesn't work very good. Okay. So many clickies. That were you and Abel. Oh, what were you and Abel doing at his house yesterday while I was climbing the mountain? He answered, carefully flipping through the book on her table. It was covered in dust. This is a very interesting world and confusing but interesting. And Ellie was laying on the bed. Daniel came in. She scowled at him suspiciously and beautifully. What were you and Issa doing in the old power building? What were you talking about? Someone definitely did a number on this place. This is the last one. That's a lot of candles. They could make more candles. They couldn't make more wood, so Abel burned candles. Makes sense. What childlike emptiness I feel. To find the most peaceful solace in fantasy. To find in masquerades a truth more vivid than reality. What sort of twisted villains were the ancient writers? To taunt us with unreachable worlds more beautiful than our own. We have enough stored wood to live long lives. When our wood runs out, we will be cold, but only as cold as to be uncomfortable. The water is rising, but it will be for many years before it reaches our homes. Technically, we survive. But to what end? This island is all the world we know, and it is nothing but the broken pieces of a fairy tale. How do you technically survive? There's an evil man on this island, and I know him well. We played together as youths. We have cried together, we have eaten together, we have loved the same women, betrayed the same one, and he is my constant companion and my worst enemy. He puppets my arms, legs, and mouth to his own selfish ends, and secretly hurts everyone I love as a watch. Helpless with their unfelt blood on my hands. He gives my flesh with indescribable pleasures and blights my soul with unutterable despair. His name is sin, and we are irrevocably bound together. Surely there exists no hell worse than this. Yup. I'm starting. Ooh, wait, what? I'm starting to realize something, that there are lots of words in this game. Dino sat with Ellie under the tree, his arm around her. Do you remember when we used to climb that tower over there? He said. I wonder how long before the whole island is underwater. Ah, so there's a constant flow of incoming water. Okay, so here we are back at the thingamajigger. And same text. 1, 2, 3. In we go. Spooky. Interesting. Alright, well, we will explore this in the second video, so I hope you enjoyed. Kind of confusing, but hopefully it'll get better in the second part. So please visit that, and hope you have a great week. See you later.